What's going on, guys? Welcome back. NFL Commentary for you. Do me a favor, take a moment, like button, subscribe button, criticism in the comment section, Twitter, shutdown safety is my username. Peyton Manning, the only option is to retire. Now, I did a video on Calvin Johnson. A lot of people have asked me since these NFL commentary videos have really taken off, and just real quick, thank you guys so much for the support you've been giving to me on them. A lot of people have asked me how I feel about Calvin Johnson, and to be honest, until there's something official, I feel the same now as I did in the prior video. I'll put a link down in the description if you haven't seen it. But when I talk about what I'm seeing with Peyton, it's a lot of the same feelings. It's a lot of the same interests that get me to that conclusion. You know, the first of which is we're talking about a player that has supposedly now, according to the media, went to his family and friends and advised them that he will retire at the end of the season. Now, my heart wants them to win, of course, and have Peyton go out on top. And in a way, he still is going out on top, just having made it, to the big game. But secondarily, my mind probably tells me they're not going to win. But that same thought process really struggles for me to understand the fact that he's going to go to family and friends to tell them, listen, I want you to come to my last game. I'm going to retire after this, whatever the case may be. And those friends that he trusts then go to the media and, of course, as unsighted sources for no financial or public gain, divulge the fact that this is it. I don't think Peyton would have that much of a lapse of character in people to tell them something that have them just run to the media to give them information, again, for really no gain, no benefit. I'm sorry, that's just kind of the way the world works. People do things for personal gain and benefit. There's nothing to be had from coming out and telling someone that Peyton Manning's last game is going to be this Sunday because he told you so. Now, I do believe Peyton would probably tell people to come out to the game if they didn't feel like they would if it was going to be the last one, but I don't really put a whole lot of weight into the fact that these reports are saying that the people he's told have came out and acknowledged that that is fact. What is fact is Peyton Manning played terrible this year. Let's not have short-term memory blind us from the way things went earlier this season. Probably some of the worst quarterback play we've ever seen from Peyton Manning. And this is a man that's put some of the best quarterback play you'll ever see on film. And the fact of the matter is he went out there on the field, whether you want to say it was his hand, the nerve endings, the neck, the patellofasciitis. The fact of the matter is he went on the field to lead the team. And anyone who watched the games could come to a pretty good conclusion that the pass accuracy, the trajectory, the arm power, the ducks that were being thrown were not conducive of someone that was going to will a team to win a football game. And certainly there was better options for that football team to pursue at the quarterback position, and that's what got him sat down. Maybe the injury to a degree, but it was the fact that he was not willing to sit down even when he was healthy that led Brock Osweiler to come in and start. And when Brock Osweiler had that same issue where he was no longer capable of leading the team, that's when Peyton came in. And that's where we are. It's a great story. It's a Cinderella story to end all Cinderella stories. I mean, here's a guy that played terrible, was written off, was thrown to the bench, has another guy comes in that is everyone's savior, and then he has a bad game. Peyton comes in, returns to form, saves the day, and leads them to the promised land. It doesn't get much better than that. But I also know that coaches and staff and assistants are going to look at game film. And you're going to judge Peyton Manning on his full body of work, not the fact that he played the last 3, 4, 5, 6 games at an elite level because he's an elite quarterback. You're also going to look at the fact that he didn't know when to pull himself out of the game, whether, like I said, it was injury or not. He didn't know when he was damaging the team to the point he was hindering them from winning. That defense won a lot of games for them. So to me, it's time to call it a career. There's no shame in it. He's had one of the best careers of any quarterback. It's been an honor and a privilege to get to see him play. I'm eternally thankful that I got to see the man play in person. Those are things that you'll be able to sit back in NFL history and say, this is what I got to see. I got to see this player. There's a certain, I guess, I don't want to say credibility to you as a fan, but there's a certain pride as a fan that you take in seeing players. I have myself personal pride that I got to see a lot of great players, and I get a lot of joy from that, especially when I talk to other people about my love of football. It's important to me to go out and not just watch games on TV, but see these athletes in person. So I was privileged multiple times to watch Peyton, and I don't want to see Peyton tarnish his legacy by continuing to play a game that has passed him by. Love to know your guys' thoughts on it. Appreciate you checking this out. Be back in the week with more content.